She made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under? A women move and men wonder. Don't you hear the and thunder? And I run and I take cover.
Captain Rion, we got him on the run. Captain Rion, smoke him. Now I'm saying like catch my family, and welcome to a little impromptu Team Lights interviews with my brother, Miss Sean Bond. I am here. I'm going to bring him on in a second. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all your support, all your love. And, you know, there's a lot of things going on right now, and we're going to dive right into it. We're going to dive right into the energy in this eclipse. We're going to dive right into everything you guys are feeling. We're going to dive everything all you empaths have been feeling for the last 72 hours in your tum-tum, especially yesterday. And we're going to talk about some of these things that have been going on in the United States, and, you know, from everything from that hurricane being directed. There's footage of it being directed north and its exact pattern. You know, we're going to get into all that jazz. I know Sean wants to talk about some of that stuff, but here's the thing I really wanted to jump on here with you guys and say is that 1, I love you. 2, we're going to get through this storm together. 3, your family, your loved ones, your friends, wherever you are across the earth, I just want you to know that I love and deeply respect every single light worker on this planet and holding space for everyone that is going through big changes. And there's a lot of huge, not only financial changes going on, political changes going on. It's like it's all kind of coming to a head right now. So I want to get my brother on right now. Mr. Sean, you ready, brother? Give me a thumbs up. All right, let me bring my brother on here. We're going to shred for you guys. We want to hang out with you guys and just, you know, you guys could be somewhere up in North Carolina and you're just hanging out and, you know, there's no Wi-Fi. You're watching me on your cell phone. I got lots of friends and family up in Northern Carolina. And I just, my heart and my prayers and everything goes out to you. So my brother, Sean, what up, brother? What's cracking?
I'm enjoying the Eclipse and trying to help restore order with all the hurricane wars, like a weather war going on. How are you? How have you been?
Good, man. I know you called me earlier. You're like, hey, man, are you feeling these energies? I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, you know, I got like 9 plasma pyramids on the property. I got, 70% of the planet gridded. I felt a shock wave go through my body, almost like someone shook the whole dimension last night around 9 p.m. Sedona time. It felt like I was laying in my pyramid and somebody went like this, almost like there was an earthquake. I literally was like, okay, I'm gonna finish watching the program I'm on. And I literally started scoping the whole planet. I'm like, did someone set off some sort of a device? What is this? What's going on? Why did I feel a shockwave go through the dimensions last night? I do have a lot of positive things to share. But before I do all of that, what do you have? What's been going on with you? And first of all, where are you? And what's been going on energetically for you?
I'm in Mexico between a bunch of pyramids, exploring different mountains. Just got back from a place power for vision, unlocking multiple dimensional perceptions. And again, having a lot of visions, my God.
Are you spending time on ship too? I mean, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, right. Oh my God. In the timelines collapsing and merging and big shifts happen, the big weather war, and the Eclipse, there's like a bunch of beings being ejected from the game. So there's like,
dude, you want to talk about that? So there are, okay, let's go tick for tack. Me and Sean became fast homies. We were homies before upstairs, obviously. Look at his hair. You can see him in 5D right now. Just look at the guy, okay? What I'm trying to say is that we got to hang out and meet each other in Tampa at the Disclosure Now conference where I met you and Issa. So that was an absolute blast. And so this is some high-level stuff. I just want to drop it, and then we'll go tick for tack. Everyone on my channel, if you haven't met Sean, Sean's fire. He is a good dude. He's got a great heart. He's got his gifts on. He's a little younger than me. He's like me without so many crazy battles in a row for 10 years. No, I'm just kidding. He's like what I would have been if I was a happier boy. You know what I mean? So no, Sean, I know you're battling out there. I'm just messing with you. Yeah. So if this was salt and pepper, Sean's the salt. That's all I'm trying to say. If this was Vegeta and Goku, Sean's Goku. Okay. I've seen too much shit. So here we go. Okay, so this is what I experienced. I talked to Tone about this, and this is new, obviously, for you. Okay, so check this out. For all of us that really do have a closer connection to our Anunnaki versions, that's an 8th dimensional, night side, right-hand side connection. 2 days ago, I got back from the gym, and I was alone, at that time, and I started feeling this, like, my body started resonating with a frequency, and it was like, and it was like, almost like my body started to growl, and I can't explain it to you. My energy, my inner child wanted to chill, and something had me on guard, and I asked my dudes, are they here? I'm just going to tell you guys what's up, okay? This second moon thing and all this BS. So I asked, like, this is how I got the information. I'm like, are they here? And my highest light's like, yes. I'm like, I can feel them. I'm like, where are they in their ship? and they're off the southeastern coast of Africa, and then go straight out into space. That's where their ship is. And I was like, are they here to assist? Like, something on me was just like, no disrespect to all the Anunnaki on this planet, but I have not been treated very well by any one of you. I mean, maybe there's a couple beings out there that, DeRouen talks to, like, Anu, you know what I mean? It must be nice. But the rest of the lower fractals of that entire function, it's not a very comfortable, loving frequency. If you guys have never felt what it is, it's a controlling empire frequency, like womp, like, they're here, right? So anyways, I'm sitting there, and I was looking out the window, and eyes awake, obviously I'm awake, my eyes are closed, and I see all of these different ET species sliding down the cables from the upper dimensions into this, for our fourth dimensional viewing screen, where they can see me in 3D, right? And it was almost like, if you guys want to know what it's like, imagine all of us are on stage right now, and the entire movie theater just got filled up with a bunch of ETs that we haven't normally seen. The reason why I know this is because usually when I look into the astral, I look into the fourth dimension, let's just say, at least some of these beings down here that are domestic or have been here for quite some time, they'll use some sort of holographic technology to pretend they're human. These dudes were just like, hey, we're here for the party, and are just coming in hot and filling up the holes. My entire space in Sedona right now, there's just ETs. I know they're not from here. They're not even using holographic cloaking. They look like ETs. They're not trying to look human. Okay, I just wanted to say that out loud. Why? What are these energies? What is this second moon? What's so important about this eclipse? It's making a lot of people feel uncomfortable. What are you clearing that you had to let go of a year and a half ago? What's coming through your body? What is this dimensional split where some people are feeling, okay, happy and abundant? I woke up this morning, I was saging, and I was like, oh, we're not doing this again. I was like fighting the frequency, I was like fighting the funk. I was like, nope, I'm cutting a trailer. I'm doing 80s. I'm footloose over here. I'm manifesting some awesomeness for my family to get to. But then what is all this other stuff that's kind of coming in? And my brother, I think it really is that timeline split that we've all talked about and we've all discussed. And now I want you to rip into this, because I know Let's talk about the timelines. Certain timelines are disintegrating. Certain beings are being ejected out of the game. You feel me? So I'm feeling it like in real time, like, oh, they're here. They're starting that process, brother.
Woo! Love it. Love the riff. Woo. Yeah, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. My God, so many subjects to touch upon. Yeah. First, anytime there's an eclipse, it's a big portal back and forth between multiple places. There's a lot of beings coming in through the Anunnaki mobile solar system, the solar system here, and also Sirius especially. But there's other places. There's a bunch of beings being ejected, which is even more so, which is great. Where they're being taken a lot into void space, quarantine realms, and then a bunch of like off to their original home world where their parents can reprimand them.
There you
go. With every increase, because there's an intensity increase of in light that's happened that's over 1 million times greater. But every time that happens, the dark's like, oh well, I better steal more energy. And then also they have a lot of invested here, so they're willing to get rid of chess places from other places and put them back here, so they condense evil energy in the bodies that they have puppeted. So they're always intensifying their evil to outperform things. But they know that's the chess game, baby. We can keep going and getting stronger from it. And don't let anything that's being put on you hold you down and get you into like, oh, woe is me, because it's like a butterfly erupting from a cocoon. The cocoon makes you stronger. Now fall in love with the cocoon, because they're going to keep sending more cocoons. It's like all these sonic cocoons, as we're an emergent sonic species that's going to change the entire multiverse. So you fall in love with it, see that greater self deep in your heart that'll expand past all that, and anything they send at you, reverse it in unity with the universe, with goodness back onto them, so that you're shifting that insane driver that's running over people and shift them like, oh no, act good, act right. And then Yeah, because that's like reverse, all the enslavement, binding chains, limitation, blocks that were put on you back onto them towards goodness. Because they keep signing up for it by force and tangle with you and stealing from you. A lot of them Draco keep fucking with, they didn't earn all this stuff, so they all have all these evils anchored into them. And so they have to steal all their abilities. They didn't earn any of it. So they steal a lot from us. They see us as a juicy treat. And they keep stealing our telepathy. If you're wondering where all of that telepathy you had from all those dreams and other realms went, it goes to some Draco Queen or Pindar or some shit. And also with Anunnaki, yeah, I agree with you completely. Oh my God, it's not that great energy. They are dramatic as heck. And they don't even know it. They have like a big ass shadow and ego that's crazy. They can't control it at all. It's stealing from all these people. It's annoying. Fortunately, though, a lot of them don't know what's happening, though there are evil ones. Of course, they enslave people, But like if you bring it up to them, hey, your shit is bleeding over and stealing from me, they better act right, especially if there's someone like you, Rion. These people that are Anunnaki, whatever, have things enslaving them. It's like any evil, it doesn't own itself. It's not sovereign. It's like fractured. It's got stolen pieces and they're being used as a remote control to puppet them. So there's a lot of the Draco are puppeting and trying to steal and enslave the Anunnaki and Anu to be a backdoor into enslaving us because they have more authority over us than the Draco. And so if we push all that enslavement chains back on through the Anu lineage, back onto the Draco, back onto
the chain of command, the chain of command which brought it forth.
Yeah, devils, gods, going all the way up to the hierarchy of evil founders, gods, source, all the way to the source of all evil, and then shifting it back to when it had points in its timeline when it was in lack and was overwhelmed with bullshit and darkness, and it decided it needed to do evil action, and shift all that into love, bring it out of its ability, so that you're bringing more of these fractals of the source of evil to goodness, and then the source of good and the source of evil do this little dance. They eventually make the antidote for all evil, and then compressing it down, which is part of our purpose, is the antidote of evil. Also, I'd love to talk about base reality with you because you're one of the only people on the planet that talk about base reality. And that's wonderful.
Yeah, I do because, I think, being an operator in the multiverse and, being operational now since, I don't know, 2009, there's certain things that I took as that's just the way the universe works. And I guess that, slowly, I guess the rest of the collective consciousness kind of caught up to at least even having the conversation. I mean, what is AI? What is artificial intelligence? What is the holographic reality? What is a simulation? These are topics and words now that a lot of people begin to understand. So like I said, if you didn't even know what those words meant, and when I woke up, that was a very foreign thing. Now you got Elon Musk going, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're living in a simulation. And I know that one quantum physicist that Billy Carson talks about proved it mathematically, that there is an algorithm that's running in the fabric of space-time that actually becomes the fabric and closes doors when you open them. There's actually a consciousness to it. So I really would like to say this about base reality. Well, I can say that in a personal way. I know that where I come from, whether that be probably far into the future, and I know that many of us come from many of us guardians, many Azerites, starseeds, angelics, the 144, you know who you are at this point. The main thing is that I know how difficult it was to compress into such a small container. I know what it felt like trying to fit in on this planet. I know what it feels like to be an empath and absorb every single frequency around me. When you're a kid or in your early 20s, let's just say, and you want to numb yourself, realize why you're numbing yourself, and realizing your purpose was to absorb that stuff, transmute it. It doesn't mean you have to take it as your own, but you have to realize that, you know, we were sent here with a specific skill set, especially all the indigos and crystals, that we are the only ones who have the ability to do that. Once you realize, you look at our parents, you know, some parents got it. I would say first waivers, second waivers, right? But you know what I mean? The right people. The main thing is that you realize that, you know, feelings you have or that anxiety you have, once you've mastered what it really is, it becomes one of your greatest strengths. You know what I mean? Like this curse you think you've had your whole life, or why can't I interact with people? Why can't I, be out, in the world? Why do I have to be such an introvert? The truth is that if you pushed your chi out and created a shield around yourself, I wish I told myself this at 19, and realized that not everyone's consciousness is for you. People are going through different life lessons and different soul agreements around you all the time, and that's okay. But that doesn't change the fact that evolving through this reality or base reality to a higher existence or resonance is one of the things you signed up for, and it's one of the things that you're very good at. And I think just as your woman, Isa, all of the beings in the comments right here, all my family are straight up some of the most powerful transmuters that walk the earth. I mean, I don't know if you know who we are. You might be new to Team Light, but we're the ones that have been behind the scenes doing this grid work, and I know you have too, Sean. And for us, it was more like we've done so much work and been down here in the trenches. We almost don't even want to talk about it. It's like, does a soldier that comes back from Afghanistan or war want to talk about all his back?
Oh, can't hear you, Rion. Anyone, you guys hear Rion? In the comments? Can you hear him? Okay, Rion, I don't want to interrupt you, but you're frozen on my end. Okay, if you can't hear, okay, I'll just hold the line until he gets back. Let's bring him in. Let's summon him. Oh, we got him back. Yeah.
Hey, listen, it's too much. It's too much they're like, shut it down. He's too much. He just spits hot fire and truth. No, what I'm trying to say is inspire all of us. And so, Sean, to answer your question about base reality, I think that the third density, as we transition into a higher density, I believe that this base reality or this simulation, it feels like a simulation because it feels like you don't have any controls. As you ascend past the third density, or you're using higher dimensional controls in the third density, you begin to see that, we're truly multidimensional beings, and I'm choosing to operate in this density or base reality, as I'm also choosing to exist in many other higher realities, densities. You know what I mean? So I guess that would be my answer to it. Is it a simulation? Here's the issue about free will. Okay. And this is what I kind of want everyone to kind of get, because I've been really processing this free will thing and why some of these beings are allowed in here and whatnot. The one thing that a lot of good people don't ever have to question is, well, why can't we all live in harmony, peace, and abundance? Okay. And you're like, why would anyone else want to not be in harmony? Well, then you have to ask yourself, whose will is stronger, yours or theirs? There's more of us. Who is outmaneuvering you or outmaneuvering the population, keeping them asleep? Literally, since the moment we get here, we're jabbed with weird shit. Okay? We're literally vaccinated with weird stuff. As soon as we get here, little child, boom, you get hit. And, from the air, the food, the water, the radio waves, the electromagnetic waves, and now the microwaves that they have on camera in North Carolina. Okay? And they're directing hurricanes. All this stuff. I feel like it's the perfect storm for some of you guys to break out of that cocoon that Sean talks about. I mean, I don't know how many more things the public needs to see, how many more radar videos you need to see where you can see the spiral of the radio frequency pushing the hurricane north as it shoots through the gap of Cuba. I don't know, like I said, what level of consciousness you're at, what level of intelligence you're at. But what I'm getting to is that this rhetoric needs to end. They do not have our sovereign right to rule us. Whatever this energy is, we need to outperform it, outwill it, outlove it right off this planet. This isn't like something I want to transmute with these things. These beings that have been doing this stuff, they need to go somewhere else. And no disrespect to whatever it is, they don't belong. I've said this many times, Sean, and I really do mean it. This is what I say all the time. This is how I feel when beings roll up on me. I go, listen, dude, you can go and be whatever you want to be somewhere else, but you will no longer be a wolf in the land of sheep. You will be a wolf in the land of wolves. You will no longer be able to interact as a wolf amongst the sheep because you don't deserve it. Like I said, these guys have no competition. So it's for us to turn into lions, right? The original verse in the Bible before they changed it to a wolf, lions, and our pride is strong. So I'm just trying to say that's what I feel for us, in this reality, and what I feel like that warrior needs to wake up in your heart, and it's a warrior of love. All those people in North Carolina, help your neighbors, become angels in the flesh, become the beings that, people are waiting for rescue teams and you show up there in a pickup truck with water and food. You're the angel on the ground. And for all the stuff going on in the Middle East, let's be completely honest, where we're seeing video now of the dome failing over Israel. Did it really fail, or was that planned? Did someone stop sending the protection missiles to protect them from the dome? What's going on? I keep seeing these creepy, crawly beings playing chess with our lives, and I'm over it. I just, you know what I mean? I can't be more real. And from the higher heavens where we incarnated into this place from, I'm just trying to say every single plank second in this timeline that we are in is tracked, monitored, and recorded. There is not one breath, not one bat of an eye that is not known to the beings upstairs watching this game. This illusion thing is only because you can't see the rest of the participants staring at you from the other side of the aquarium wall. So I just want to be real. And you know this, Sean, but I'm just saying for everyone out there, I just want you to know that I love you and stay positive. The whole thing is they want to drop your frequency so you join them in a lower dimension because the timeline is about to split. What we're doing right here, right now, is calling out the jackasses, put on some music, sage your house, and just know that shit rolls downhill. Don't jump in, don't jump in the wheelbarrow with them. Don't let, CNN, MSNBC, don't let this stuff pull you into the frequency of these beings that are going down. They're going down for a reason. But I'm just trying to remind you, staying positive is what really helps. And I know it's hard. It's like the complete opposite of what you think you should do. I should know what's going on. And no, you should help your friends, your family in your immediate area. Take care of yourself. Stay positive. Send your love in abundance. Help where you can. But do not let this world pull you down. That doesn't help anybody. Brother.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God. Thank you. This drives us to become, it's like the dark dragon forcing, burning down the village and forcing a villager to become a white knight and then eventually slay the dragon. This is what this is all about. It's to train people to get off the couches and become their greatest self and be able to take on these challenges, to understand the problems and overcome them. And you can go within and amplify love, because love conquers all, and you can balance that. Because if you go too much down a dark rabbit hole, it's going to pull you down. So loving detachment, impulses of the heart, letting go of the things that aren't you anymore. As you go deeper into your greatest, purest, has everything needed and want, can answer anything at will, and has all the solutions, raining in that light of your version of heaven into this world. And then you build with it. You understand the evil, but you don't let it harm you and affect you. And you sine wave through all the white pills and the black pills so that you don't go into one particular polarization. And then it disrupts you. You got to be strong in this world. This isn't a vacation world. You didn't come here for vacation. Came here to do the great work, to fuck shit up and take back for a Team Light. There's some dark motherfuckers here. Probably some of the darkest things in the existence of all existence. Big anchors of the source of all evil is here, because this place really makes a difference with our super hybrid genetics and grand potential that will change the rest of all existence, because our multidimensionality isn't just perceiving the fire dimension or the water dimension or the void space. It's or in the small little spectrum that you see. It's allowed to interact with it all, because it is just slowly releasing all those veils as you are safe enough to unfold into those and become a manager and a caretaker for those places and realms. And yeah, there's crazy shit here. There's matrices, and I definitely want to go into the base reality thing. There's a matrix in everyone's ego. There's a matrix on the mitochondria, trying to suppress them from generating their power, get them to love you. There's like a collective body, and it's the main control center in the solar plexus. You feel love, get it to like you, really fortress it so it feels safe enough to generate all that force energy so you become the Jedi Padawan you want to be. And follow Team Light for more.
More hints. Okay, I want to do this. Okay, so right now I feel my family out there, you know, and they're getting kind of pushed into, like, say, the night side polarity. The fear, the anger, right? The rage, the anger stuff is what really gets me, right? So, you know, what was it? 2 days ago, Warren Buffett liquidated $100 billion worth of cash getting ready for stuff. I don't know if you guys knew that 48 hours ago. Big financial changes, big political changes happening on Earth. We all know what needs to happen over here in the States. Come on, Mr. T, let's make it happen, right? But what I'm trying to say for the whole planet is it's not any one person that's going to step up and save you. What I'm getting to, ladies and gents, is this is a game of polarization, and what truth is your soul truly going to choose? And for you, is that your 3D going to 5D, or is your 3D going to 4D? You're going to go night side 4D? It's really easy to slide right into it. You want to know what it looks like? Probably Hollywood back in 2016, 2012, 2013, not now. But, you know, Vegas on a Friday night. You want to know what 4D looks like? Go to Vegas on the weekend. That's what it looks like inside those clubs. You want to know what 4D feels like? Go to any club in Los Angeles off Sunset Boulevard, or not even Century Boulevard. Walk in there at 11:30 o'clock at night and sit at a table and stare at the people dancing. Same thing on 6th Street in Austin. You want to know what 4D feels like? There it is. Those are the emotions you're going to feel. Those are the people you're going to feel. That's the shadow you're going to feel. You're going to feel the motivation of others pressing against you, wanting something from you because they can't generate their own energy themselves. That is the shadow.
Get laid, but not the laid you want.
I'm just giving people references. Look, you know, you could put in the comments every downtown area, but that's not what I'm getting to. I'm getting to is knowing what it feels like will then help you go, whoa, I don't want to feel like that. I'd rather be my inner child, be in my heart, have a great time, go to the gym, go for a steam, go for a hike, go for a walk, put my music on and just get out in nature, go for a walk on the beach by yourself, sage your house, walk with sage on the beach and I'm just getting through this eclipse. Maybe you're walking on the beaches of Hawaii right now. I got tons of family out on all the islands. But what I'm getting to is the sensation. So this is what I want to do as a little treat for everyone on Earth. I'm going to explain when my night side or when that shift starts to happen and the things I do to counteract that. Recognize the pattern, recognize the emotion or the energy coming at me, how I feel it, transmute it, and then rise above it. Cool? And then you go. You want to go first?
Whoa.
You tell me.
I'd love to hear.
Okay. Here we no. I like this tick. Look, Jedi to Jedi. Let's go. I want everyone. Okay, so I'll be sitting there, and here's the thing too. My baseline average, or you would say my base reality, Sean, but my base average resonance comes from me waking up, drinking from the sun, having my tea, having my coffee, listening to my cool meditative music, lighting some incense, and then starting my day, working all day. Then going to the gym, shower, steam, shower, work out, right? For a couple, 2 or 3 hours, 2 hours, and then come home. So as I'm sitting in my house, after I've done all of that, mind you, my energy is like that's my stability average. This is who Rion is This is what he thinks about. So now that I'm in that place, now you guys out there, you might have your own routines. You do yoga or Pilates, or you go on your run or whatever it is. I'm just trying to say this is how I deal with it once I'm in that resonance. Okay. Once I'm in that place, then I can feel something coming in that's not me. Or you know what I mean? Something coming in that's a negative frequency, a program. And then I can sit there, process it. And the main thing I do is I kind of lean into it, put my right shoulder towards it. And I'm like, right shoulder. I'm like, are you trying to, sometimes you guys get a boop, a ping in your right ear. Boop, boop. You'll get a ping in your right ear. Okay. Right ear means night side. Right ear ping means no. Right ear ping also means warning, 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 warning. Something is coming in from the night side and is trying to penetrate your energetic field. There's 3 walls: your auric field, your energy field, and then your your body. Something just entered the peripheral at 30 clicks, or not even like 30 yards, right hand side. So right ear. Left ear, boop, means yes. It also means relax, everything's going to be okay. Okay, I get that a lot. It means yes, and everything's going to be okay, or we're here with you, you are protected. Left ear. I just wanted to share that with you, Sean, and maybe some of your people that, we'll share this out. That's for me how I operate with the tones. But when the frequencies hit, I go, what do you want from me? What do you need? Is there something you require? Like I go into more like I've absorbed so many programs on this planet. I'm like, are you lost, child? Are you lost, child? You're like telling a demon, you're like, are you lost, child? Do you know where you are right now? Is there something I can assist you with? I treat the beings and the frequency and the negativity that's coming at me, not in a let's put them up fight way. I'm like, yeah, maybe you should push that frequency somewhere else. That's not my frequency. So I guess it's resonating with who you really are and how you want to feel and what vibration is your average or your standard. And then you can feel everything else coming in trying to, affect you. Brother, how do you deal with it? And what do you do to balance yourself and clear it?
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. When somebody's ringing up my phone, hey, what's the good? What do you want? Don't hit me up when I'm on the toilet. And I'll like close my eyes and kind of tune into like a radio, and it will have like somebody presenting themselves, and then I'll see how well they respect me, and then I'll rate them, and then see if their energy is what they say they are, and by the discernment of their core versus their projection of light. If it's a false light being, they're projecting stolen light around them, make them look different. Anyway, so dealing with transmutation, I would love to hear your method as well. So any one that wants to get master transmutation. Your emotional body and your heart. Your heart field feels like a big heaviness on it. Give it size and scale. Have your big ass higher self, angelic self, whatever, hug around it and give it love. Love is the nourisher, the transmuter, that gives it everything it needs. It is at the core of source. It has all the nourishment. And you see at the center get brighter. And you give it love while hugging it and collapsing it down, and it gets smaller and smaller and shrinks down, and it turns into what it wants to become, like fear and the braver, or all the root chakra stuff. Shielding, offense, camouflage, fortressing, destruction, whatever you need. Prevent motherfuckers from coming in your space. That is your space.
Mother fudgers. There's children that watch this, Sean. Mother fudgers. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, all the fudge.
All the fudgers out there. Yeah.
So, and then that's the early stages, because a lot of most of the energy in the world wants to be transmuted, and the negative energy you go on like thesaurus.coms and look up the opposite of it. You can turn it all the sadness into happiness, all the anger into power, all this solar plexus stuff. You can turn the yin is like the depression, the sadness, and that's like a lot of the sacral healing, all the positive emotions, the emotional body, the dreaming, all that stuff. You can turn it all into your garden of happiness. Transcend and turn that block that you're coming up against that allows you to experience and do what you want and will into the block that makes your pyramid. Build yourself up. And every entity that comes at you, from scaling from easy parasites to multidimensional apex predators. They can all be resolved, and they're all on the training course. They're a patient for you angelics out there to train your healing ability and your goodness ability to transcend evil. So see it like a heart wall. All these limitations and heaviness that are coming on you will be emotions, traumas, blocks, limitations. Usually they go back to a consciousness. You can see a little thread going somewhere, whether it be close by or somewhere in a distance fucking with you. And you can use love to overpower and overwhelm anything. And so the
Sean, give him the visual. Give him the visual. I'm with you. I can see the concussion waves. Give him the colors and the shield that you emit.
Yeah, the shield safety bubble is neutralize all this. You can clear and all the generators in your body, the organs, the chakras. All you gotta do is make them feel safer, and they're gonna generate more energy. Then you can build all these constructs with them, such as safety field that neutralizes anything that wants to come in your space. Neutralization energy is really good. Fortress, you can make all these layers, defensive barriers, offense, like use nature for all their offensive tech, and you can surround that in your auric field. Destructions, if they don't listen to you and they keep crossing your boundary, you're allowed to, in natural law, do no harm, but take no shit. You do not have to let them keep abusing you. I had to let angels tell me that when I was getting abused by these mudger fudgers. And so you are allowed to defend yourself and push them back by whatever mean. You are more powerful than them. You have the light inside. You are fractal of source. They have made themselves delusioned in this quagmire of separation and illness. So feel a heart wall. These layers of the heart wall attached to consciousness and parasites. See it like a baby bird. All these demons, they're all like fractured, puppeted, manipulated, fuck with. They may have never, or they lost their ability to produce light or love. So they're being puppeted. So see it like a wounded baby bird flew into your house, and it's like, man, I'm not that great, but I need something you have. That's why they're after you. They don't even know what their core desire is, but they need love. And as soon as you can do it, you can raise an army, but with boundaries, because they need to earn your trust, of the hero teaming up with the anti-heroes against the worst evil, and turn them good and make sure that they earn it. So everything that comes at you, everything that fucks with you is going to make you stronger, and is going to be a part of your army. From a distance, like getting back soul parts and pieces from whatever realm. If they're really evil, you got to capture them in a geometry and portal them away to a quarantine realm or somewhere that they can learn, and then they earn it through graduating through those if they want to come back here. So these baby bird come in as a broken wing, can't create love or light. Give sped up time like you're creating like a baby, giving it love, healing, wholeness, remedy, being able to turn on to empathy. It's love, it's healing. So eventually it sends upward, and it doesn't need you anymore because it has that thing that it needed from you, because you saw what it didn't need. And now you have the boundaries, and it can earn. It's going to be like, wow, I never felt that good. I've never felt that much love in my life. You're amazing. I want to stick with you. But again, parasites, they need to earn it, and you got to have your boundaries because you don't want to have that shit on you. But they can earn it, and they have the keys to the dark back doors, so they can really earn their keys and be a part of your light, evil, dark army, and then ascend through action, because evil is a choice based on action of harm, of stealing innocent
Manipulation,
life, property, whatever it is. And they have the ability to change. It's an insanity of an energy that infects, and you can become the purification to that and get good at redistributing any negative energy that comes to you, turning it into a positive, the antidote. And then you build up your fortress, you shine that light as more, and the pathway to detachment is the pathway to enlightenment in Buddhism, Hinduism. So all these layers, it's like heavy coats you're taking off your heart, and you're speeding up that process with love, getting them to want to leave, to detach, as well as expanding your heart so it feels safer, and it gets the cure from that being that was attached to you, because you become immune to that too, and they have to send bigger shit after you. And then that loving resilience, that fire in your heart, because that heart wall, part of it is an entity, part of it is like in your mind, this wood that you're ripping off, and you're adding it to that fire of love in your center of your heart, making it so it's brighter and more abundant and resilient, so that anything that keeps coming at you and fucking with you the next day, it can't push the love back down to a smaller level. The love never goes out. You might feel like the light went out, but really just shrinks to the size of an atom. And you can always rage it back up and get it stronger and abundant, and then be able to protect your entire body and aura. And then anything coming at you, it adds to its flavor, because you're increasing your power as the light and dark polarity war continues.
I love it. Hey, slow golf clap for Mr. Sean Bond. That always look. Hey, it's the Eclipse. We're supposed to be shaky. It doesn't sound too shaky over here, does it, Sean? You know what I mean? So let's do another one. You guys, now listen, I told you he was Goku. He has a nicer heart baby bird technique. Now, this is what I do. So what you do is when, by the way, I loved it. By the way, that was like the most angelic answer ever. I just want to be real with you. Now, you reminded me of something I used to do, bro. And I really want to thank you for reminding me of that version in myself, especially right now, since a lot of our frequencies and directions are going to be used by the councils upstairs to make, direct, to report direct violations of our free will on this planet, because that's what our higher selves are using us for sometimes, as little temperature gauges down here. Are they really giving you free will, son? And I'm like, absolutely not, right? So what I used to do is, and you guys can try this depending on, the different techniques you want to use. Sean's is fantastic for up close. Something's already in your peripheral. Let's transmute it. Let's visualize what it is, and let's deal with it. What I used to do, and this was like at my higher levels, was I used to grab dudes. And what I do is I try to grab the strongest guy, the strongest demon I could see when I was clearing something. I never went for the weak ones. I went for the ones that were ordering other beings around. I'd grab them and I'd drag, snatch and grab, pull them out. So here's me. Here's my huge oversoul dude. And what he'd do is this. Here's the little turd. He's this big. This is how big we really are. Here's the little turd. What he would do is he would hit that being with so much light, so much frequency, that golden energy. I would visualize trying to almost like transmute, but blow all the darkness or consciousness off of that being, right? And what I would do is I just imagine that being in brand new clothes. I pull the weird demon armor off of them. I visualize them in the white robes. Change their hair, change their flip-flops. Just hit them with so much light and energy and frequency that they literally, I would like reset their consciousness. Like when I was done hitting you with that much frequency, these whatever dark Val 4 bullshit you can't call you crawled out of, right? You could barely tie your shoes when I hit you with so much frequency. That much, whoom. And then what I'd sit there is, they'd sit there glowing. I took this little turd and I polished it to a nice gold glowing thing. And then what you do is you take them and you put them back in their reality you snatched them from. And what does that do? All of a sudden, all the troops and all the beings' friends roll up on them and go, what happened? And he's like, I don't know. A hand came through the wall and grabbed me. And why are you in new clothes? And why do you look different? And why aren't you like us anymore? It's almost like you dropped off an antibody into the land of zombies. You took them, and all of a sudden, because you know why that's cool? I don't have to sit there. I don't have to sit there and talk to the 1,000 beings that being is in charge of. No, I just changed that leader into that being, and then all of the beings can run up to that being and ask him questions. I don't know. I feel different. I don't know where I got these clothes. Something happened. I'm different. I don't feel angry. So it almost like it starts a chain reaction within the ranks. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
So that's something I used to do. I still do it from time to time. I'm not going to lie. I didn't feel like doing it when I got back from Ireland. I liked, and we protected some very beautiful beings, but some of those dark ones that were over there absorbing souls, they didn't get that sort of treatment. So I guess it just depends, you know. You're reminding me that anything and everything is possible with love. And I even say, for me to honestly say that on this great eclipse, I can say that me and you are passing some serious tests to honestly say that, because we are so much more powerful, and the amount of frequency that can come through us can literally shake the walls of reality. And it's just the way we use our focus, right? We don't let this place pull us into some weird program, but to actually truly use that God spark and our source's energy and let source course through us to assist all beings we come in contact with, regardless of species, race, creed, or belief system. Because when that real frequency hits, there is nothing in this universe that can stop it. It is the all-powerful, the all-creation of all things. So thank you for reminding me of that, Sean. That to transmute masses amounts of beings right now, and to also guide some of those beings that are sitting in shadow that maybe did a deal. Maybe their family did a blood deal. Maybe they've got some sort of thing where they feel they don't deserve our Creator's love. They don't deserve a higher reality. They feel like, you know, from their past experiences in this place or how they treated others, or maybe they were on drugs and they were bad and now they're sober, and whatever it is, right? Boyfriends, girlfriends, how you treated one another, parents, kids. Everyone is deserved of love.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
and that's in the time how most beings and generals and leaders and Christ and others massed people and armies, people in need, that aren't whole, people looking for a puzzle piece, person of charisma, a person to become greater their self, and they're all looking for that. And if you shine that to them, and let me, can I share with you a secret that I learned in Egypt? That almost, it's like one of the biggest things, like, because like that one of the biggest things for people to be here right now in this realm in a human body is you have at your disposal in this realm in a human body the greatest potential to experience the greatest level of love that exists currently. Not barely anyone's even touched near it, but that potential is still there. So if you build up, and there's teachers that we build on the shoulders of giants of how to reach that level of love, you can overcome anything beyond galactic love and cosmic
yes.
love.
Oh, yeah. It's the real love that almost like your inner child wants to cry and go like, I want to go home, or like, I miss my mom, or I miss my family. It's something that, like, when you feel that level of love and frequency hit, it shakes your whole molecular structure. It's not like, it's not like I love you, babe. It's like, it's the love that most people have never really experienced it. When you feel it, there is no confusing what that is. And I think that, you know, a lot of these controls that these different beings put in place to lock our glorious spirits in this container temporarily, all it's really done is created some of the most powerful beings ever, because we kept getting bounced down in this incarnation cycle over and over and over and over again till our dexterity, stamina, and spiritual strength is at such a level. There's upper dimensional beings going like, you guys need to apologize, because these guys in 1,000 years, they're coming for your ass. Like, I don't know what species we're a part of. Okay, we're all hybrids. That's great. But me right now, I can name every single species on my stream and how they've treated me since I woke up. Who shows up and gives me a hug? Who shows up and protects me? Who shows up and when I ask a question, shows up and gives me that answer? Wait till the whole planet can have the same ability sets me and you have. Just wait. It's just the tipping point. You know, these kids born right now, they already have these inherent abilities built in. My thing is that for the beings that are on this planet, it's really time to step up and show us what grace really is. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, I just, whatever this is for everyone's higher self, hearing me vibrate through your eardrums, it's time to really show up for your vessels and really make that extra effort, right? Plus ultra, this situation, right? And just really show up, because we need you guys and we need our family to really wrap their wings around us and show us that in these times of turmoil and in this great storm, that you are with us, standing right next to us the whole time. That's what we need to hear from our family. We need to, that's all. That's how I feel about this place in general.
Oh yeah. And love amplifies every ability, because it's the connection of all things and source energy. And there is a leveling system. You can keep going up. If you don't have a lot of love right now, you have the opposite. What's the opposite? It's like anti-love, which is like it's like the antiverse is like a predatory lymphatic system, that anything that wants to invade this universe has to go through the antiverse first, and then they go under a dominated predator system, whatever. But you can get that to love you too, and then you combine them together and make an even beyond version of love, and it protects the love. It's like a light and a dark, or masculine and feminine joined together, and the masculine protects the space while the divine feminine births the more greater light of divinity. And yeah, it's also like all the levels of suffering to transcend. Those are the attachments on the heart that we let go of. If you want to amplify love, another big secret, I recommend turn on first your big ass power center, that big sun in your solar plexus near your stomach, by getting it more and more pure. Imagine all these threads attached to it. The things use us like a fucking batteries, and you burn it, make it brighter like a sun that burns all those threads and uses them as fuel. So that every one of those threads and attachments stealing from you, it's like, oh, thanks, guys. Thanks for bringing me more logs. I needed more logs. You're going to all come to my fire. And you make that power grow brighter and more safe so it can protect itself. And then adds that fuel. And then the fuel emits, the solar plex go up and down the auric field and permeates the body with power. That power goes into the sacral. The sacral turns the power into emotional body power. Power. Then you can turn into love, bliss, happiness, joy. All these, there's like hundreds of positive emotions you can turn into. You got to earn the generator. And then the generator, again, you got to make it feel safe. It will generate more. That emits up and down the auric field, and that goes into the heart. The heart amplifies every energy that comes into it. It's like a magnifier. So then you can purify that and hug yourself and give it attention and love and focus and fill it with brightness and breathe into it, like all these, the three chakras I just mentioned, and you'll be blissing out like cloud nine. And anything that comes in your field, it entered your trap and entered your healing, loving, come to my side and come to Jesus moment.
Yes.
Come on over to the light side, guys. And that's what these we've learned from coming to these planets for many time as Team Light to liberate, is you can turn all that darkness. It's like a I don't know what to call it in metaphor. It's like a orphanage of suffering kids that eventually will become great warriors, and they'll team. You can earn their friendship and get them to team up with you, and then they take back the planet. The evil doesn't actually own these things. They just are enslaving them. As soon as you free them, they love you. And then you push it all the way back to that the cores, like the multidimensional apex predators that you talked about, ripping them out. You can give them all this powerful stuff. I got this big ability that I wanted to touch upon, a little secret. You're going to be able to unlock this a little faster than other people. But this is a coded thing that nobody barely knows. I have not talked about.
Listen, this is all top secret. This is just our family here. You know what I mean? And like, it's for posterity. Yeah. Shh. All right, everyone. This is just for us. Shh. Okay, here we go.
This is a big secret to overwhelming them with love. So this is this overwhelming ability. So I'm not going to go much into it because it's going to take a while to explain. But I'll give you the key terms. So it's love, overwhelm, immediately bring negative beings to your side ability. So here's the tenets of it. Speed up time bubble, local quarantine realm, overwhelm. Loving detachment boundaries, come to Jesus goodness overwhelm, core heart penetration, love overwhelm, love trap, love matrix, love simulation, loving destruction, loving good to the evil antidote, base reality love matrix, loving it's like the law being negative beings put domination on you, so you reflect it back at them with love and goodness, so it brings them to goodness. evil truth, love knowing. It's like you understand why they became evil, and rapid overwhelm speed. Love fortress emanating from you. Transport the evil being away, and then you can speed up time, like you were saying, and then bring them back. Base reality, love simulation, sped up evil antidote. Evil to good, sped up Pavlov's dog like training, kind of to goodness management. Love illusion of what they need to see in internal journey. Needed to heal and reflecting of what they need tailored to them. And then the really dark things that are too really far gone, at least for the present level of goodness. Evil uncreation at its inception. Maybe it doesn't need the being uncreated, but the evil energy uncreated. And then love depossession, which not many people can do, so a little hard. So I'm one of the, you and me are kind of like one of the only people on the planet that can do depossession from a distance kind of thing. So like, come to us if you want to do it. It's a pain in the ass to learn.
Yeah.
And you put that all into a bubble and train it to where anything that comes at you, you speed it up as a shielding mechanism.
Right. So for all my galactic officers, he's speaking of wrapping, tapping, throwing it into a sphere, speeding up, slowing down time while you are frequency modulating the actual structure of the program, the being, the essence from all sides, 360 as the golden sphere rotates around the being. As you speed up and slow down time, you're actually adjusting the frequency where it picked up what evil was, because evil was taught. These beings, even these negative beings doing bad stuff to us, right? They were taught how to do that. So when you kind of track that back through time, who taught them? Who taught the Anunnaki to be like that? Who taught the Draconian to be like that? Who taught the Sakaar to be like that? Who taught the Zeta Reticuli to be like that? Who taught some of the Orions to be like that? One of the highest level things I've done on some higher level Draconians when they were being transported, when they were arrested, is when they were strapped down to the chairs and when they were started, interrogating them. The main thing was the nanotech that was coursing through their bodies. And then once we removed the nanotech from them, they had never had a sovereign thought in their, since that being's creation. It was almost like being born and then having an AI nano reality placed so tightly into your molecular structure, you couldn't tell the difference between a hive mind and a sovereign being. So we're dealing with beings and reflecting off beings that haven't actually felt what love is. They've been cut off at source from the get-go. So once I know I've dropped some high level stuff. My thing was that for all the beings down here, this is what I say to both sides of polarity. No one wants to be born a slave. No one is a slave. No one should be a slave. And I say that because some of this technology slaves out some of these beings all the way up the night side, all the way up the food chain. What is making them operate in that manner? What parasitic function has created that has gone all the way down the genome, all the way down onto this planet? What causes this? And it's a much higher food chain ordinance of the organics going against the non-organics. And that goes back millions of years. You know what I mean? Like the Orion Gate Wars, the Electric Wars. What happens every single time one side's going to lose? Eventually they go, we have to use robots. We have to use AI. We have to print soldiers. Just like in Clone Wars and Star Wars, guys. It shows you exactly what happens. Then they go, okay, well, those aren't really controllable. Those are hackable. Okay, we'll make clones. Clone Wars. We'll make clones of organics. They put it right in front of you. What I'm getting to is that sovereign heart that you guys have. That true spark of creation that is inside of your body. The true breath of creation which flows through you. Many of these beings treat us so poorly because they truly wish they had it and they don't. And you just need to know how important, how beautiful, how rare, and how powerful you truly are. There's people, they say, oh, there's millions of us. No, listen, guys, you are unique. That energy signature belongs to you and you alone. We share in this collective reality together, but it's your due diligence, it's your love, it's your will which drives the creation of this universe and our reality forward. It's no one else. Okay. Copycats can't copy who you really are. So they're trying, but they'll never be as powerful, as beautiful, as pure, or divine as you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to say I love you. You guys stay positive out there. Sean, where can they meet you? Where can they find you? And like I said, for everyone out there, Sean's doing post-conference stuff at our conference in March. I haven't even told you yet, Sean. When Issa shows up, your post-conference, I know people are going to want to do the workshops. Come on out to Sedona in March. Come on out to teamlight.com. Get your tickets. Hang out with your family. But we really brought this video out because I felt like me and you, Sean, felt a disturbance in the force, and we needed to push back. Did we not?
Absolutely.
That's what's
all
up.
out for the help and the push. That wave will permeate through the ethers for years to come.
Yes, sir. How can they find you, brother?
And come to Rion's conference because if you want to see us there, Issa. And I'm at psionicleague.com, PSI for Psionic. And Psionic League YouTube, Psionic League at gmail.com. I also do products on videos for teaching abilities, unlocking your superhuman abilities, DNA upgrades, which is why I love your presentation. Go ahead and go to Full Disclosure Movement. See his presentation. It's really good. I'm also there too. If you want to see that. And we'll be doing trips. Next one, we're doing Mexico. We're going to go to pyramids to unlock superpowers by giving it what it needs and love and support. And so it has a strength to protect its generation that permeates through the whole earth, turning on your meridians and chakras, all for the planet and yourself. And I'll help you guys. I do healings, consultations, clearings, depossessions, and all these other unlocking. I can read into Akasha and your DNA and soul and go deep. How can people reach you, Rion?
Teamlight.com, ladies and gents, for all the stuff for the tickets and for the conference coming up. We're going to be having a lot more things and a lot more disclosure stuff and intel drops, obviously not on FluffTube or Facebook. That's all coming out very, very soon. Give us a week or two. New app is almost done. We're testing it right now. So we will all be linked together. And no longer will we go live to the planet and no one's notified. You know what I mean? Like, we're notified. We have a bunch of people here with us. But with that, we're going to kind of step away from the mainstream as far as how we're being controlled. Unite the Collective on YouTube and teamlightstore.com for all your energetic needs, whether it be pyramids, security devices, EMF, gridding, all that stuff is found there.
Some of
and
the
with
most
that,
powerful objects I've seen. So
thanks, bro.
They help you lucid dream.
Well, when you come out to my little workshop, you're coming out to Sedona, so I'm gonna take you. I told you I can't wait to take you in my workshop, and we're getting to work. We're gonna make some crazy scalar stuff. So, you guys, I love you, ladies and gentlemen. Just know how deeply loved you are. Know that you are beautiful. No matter where you are, what energy you are loved. God loves you. Yeshua loves you. Our Creator loves you. Whatever that may be for you. Buddha loves you, right? I'm just saying, remember the divinity inside of you. We are going to get through this storm. We knew these days were coming. We're in the middle of it right now. Keep your vibes high, and we will get through this together. I love you guys very much, all right? Till next time. Woo! I'm all over. Here we go. Until next time. Peace.